Hey everybody, Ryan here from Android Call Center. I've got some cables to charge. And I just love having cables because I love being able to plug my cables wherever I want around the house. So wherever I need to, I have charging. So whether, often my phone, I love to charge with wireless, but these guys, hey, they need to plug in or, standing to plug in. But my laptop or my tablet or a controller, whatever, earbuds, they all need to be plugged in by USB-C. So I love having extra USB-C cables almost wherever I am in the house. And I love having good ones. So Statik has been really nice, and they sent over some cables. So I'm going to introduce one of these to go through. So this is the TsumoCharge. Now this one is a really resilient, super strong kind of cable. So I'm really looking at super durable. They say 20 times more durable. Now this is 1687 American. And yeah, that will be pretty good. But 6-foot cable, so that's a long, I hate when you get the cable and it's just slightly too short for where you need to plug it in. So having extra, and it has a little keeper for you to make sure it doesn't go all crazy. So let's open this up. It's already there. There we go. It feels like an extension cord, like it's got that nice rubberized sort of outside protective layer. Leatherette vinyl kind of keeper there we can do. So we can do that, and then you can, however much you want to hold on to, and then leave the other parts free. So that's kind of cool. I always like having those little things. It's surprisingly how good those come in down the road, right? Being able to hold just that extra little bit of cable. So very strong, very much reminds me of the old Radio Shack days when we get the adapter ends, if you were soldering your own little ends for headphone 1/4-inch jacks, etc. So that seems very nice. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. My big test is, can I charge my Pixel Buds in that case? Because it's narrow. Oh, so very nice thick thing. And it still can fit in a narrow opening there for that. Let's try my OnePlus 13. Same thing. Narrow opening for the case there. Works just fine. Oh, there. Very cool. Awesome. Works very well. So like I said, feels just like that rubberized you get for like electrical cable. So it feels really good. They show them, lifting weights with it or whatever. So, and 6 foot, great amount for you to be able to have anywhere in the house. That is $17 American. So about, that's 25-ish, 28-ish Canadian, which is a decent price for cables these days. I mean, cables are super expensive. I can't believe how expensive they are. Okay. MagStackPro. This one, sorry about that, had to sneeze. Okay, so MagStack. So instead of having that keeper, the idea here is that the coil holds together because they are magnet. So that's pretty cool. Sorry, we're doing some spring cleaning and getting some dust all up in this house. Okay, so absolutely really nice. It's got a decent end connector there, so add some flexibility without it trying to bend or break that. Very nice and thin, so it's going to fit in most adapters. But yeah, you can uncoil what you need, right? And then I kind of like with these magnet ones is that, yeah, so that's that size, but you could make this one this size, right? Just so long, you got to watch the orientation of it, because you just can't go like, oh, put it there. So you gotta, it's almost like, if you've ever done amp cords, you got to make sure in the right way. So yeah, you can coil it to whatever size you want. So the MagStack, how much are these guys? They're running at $28.12 American, so that's what, 36 bucks Canadian or so. But again, 6 foot, plenty of space to do that, so no problem there. And again, just really nice that when you're not using it, the cable isn't just wandering around free, and you don't have to have like a keeper on that thing where you'd have to undo it, wrap it back up where you need to. It's just, it kind of looks like that rattlesnake, don't tread on me thingy. Okay. So that is the other cable. So again, really nice cables, good connectors, long, and like super inexpensive compared to other cables out there. Go buy cables, they are expensive these days. Okay. Now the 360 Pro. So I've seen these in the past. The idea being is you have these extra little ends that you plunk into your device and you leave there, and this is just kind of like a magnet to plunk in to hold it. I'm not a big fan of this. I gotta admit that because of I might be plugging my phone, I might be plugging in my earbuds, I might be plugging whatever else. So I would have to have adapters for each of those items, and I'd have to I replace all my cords. But I can see it if this is the one cord you use to charge it up. So let's say mostly the OnePlus 13, I know almost always just have that guy wirelessly charging. But if I wanted to use that SuperVOOC charger that it comes with, then that I would use this one cable for. So I have a friend who does that because he loves that super fast charging. So he just carries that charger around with him and whenever he needs. So if that one instant you need it, here we go. Okay, so here are the other ends, and I would have liked something. I guess you could plump them in here. They don't disappear, maybe, right? So maybe there's a nice way to, keep them in check somewhere so they're not disappearing on you. Or maybe you only need to use it for that one day. So take the adapter out, plunk it in your phone. Who knows? Is that fitting there? I'm assuming this is what this is for. I'm just making it fit. But, so the nice thing here, is that this swivels. And then this part can swivel to whatever orientation you need. So it's got the little connectors in the bottom. You can see in there. It's got the little pins so that whenever it cycles around, it should be making that connection. So it's got a keeper to help keep it all done. And then, so, oh wait, this is the pull away. So if you need USB-A, you've got USB-A, or there's USB-C. So if you need SuperVOOC, which uses USB-A connector, or you just want to use C to, let's say, Fire or Lightning connector for an iPhone, options are there. Okay, and now this runs at $30 because you are getting the extra adapters and you have an extra little connector there, little swivel adapter thingy. Must add a little bit to it. So up to you if this is something. I think the trick would be you'd want to have extra one of these cords. But still, even at $30 American, that's 45-ish Canadian. 6.5 foot connector, good nylon braid, good connectors, adaptability. That's still cheaper than a regular cable. So you got to take that into consideration. Let me just see how this kind of works out. So I'm gonna get OnePlus 13, and it's good enough that I can still grab that and pull that out if I need to. Right? Not super easy, but I thought it might be harder. And then just there we are, connected. That's pretty neat. And so then it rotates all around as you need. Okay, so that's these are some static cords. I'll have a little bit of a write-up and review, some pictures on my website. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask away. Thanks so much.